Hey guys, KT Entertainment. Today's not going to be a gaming video. I basically just pissed about like 3 games that I just tried doing and I recorded, but when I'd go to look back at them, they didn't come out the way I wanted them. So I ruined 3 games that I wanted to do because stupid OBS makes it look good when you're recording, and then when you look back at it, it just completely shits on you. So I'm not doing a game, but I will go over old drawings and comics that I did a while back when I was like a lot younger to some stuff now, and that's why I have this enormous folder. This is basically my most favorite folder, actually, because, well, if I can get this angled right, just set it up. This is basically a folder that I have used for just about my entire life, and this has all of my original stuff that I did. Like, this is something that I made all the way back in like 2007, and I have like parts. This is part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Oh wait a minute. Part 5. Okay, yeah, here's part 4. There's part 5. I think this is where it ended. And then I tried to remake it with this, but it was complete shit, so I didn't do it. Now, this was like more of a collaboration with somebody else. This is not mine, but he basically gave it to me and said that it's basically mine now, but I still consider it his, even though that he gave them to me. And he says that you can basically, when we made these, it was all of his ideas, and then he gave it to me and said that if I want to continue upon it or do anything else with it, that he says I can do it. But I never did anything else with the series. I just kept it the way it was, the way that he had it, and I just couldn't do anything as good as he could on these things, so I just left the series the way it was. And I think there was 6 episodes. Yeah, there was 6. And then I had something a lot older with my friend Cody Steben, who I think he's in the Army now. Me and him had an old thing way back then in East Hardin Middle School. But it kind of, I think the original paper got destroyed, so I think I recreated it like a couple of years ago, where I recreated the first 2 things we made, but I think that was the most we ever did. I don't know what this is for. Oh, I tried replanning ahead of what it was going to be, but the Flaming Legacy. So, like the one I said at the very beginning, this is my most favorite thing I've ever made because I've made so many different versions of it. And then there's this over just something that I was doing outside with my brother and sister. It was some sort of like army type thing where we pretended like we were like soldiers, like super soldiers sent to a certain place, and then you gotta assassinate someone, then you find out it's not really a bad guy, that it's the good guy, and it kind of had a good story to it, but it didn't really last much longer. It was okay. Now, I did like rewrite that entire thing about that army thing that we did, and it actually is really good now that I rewrote it, but I haven't really drawn anything, so like I can still draw pretty well, I would say, but I just don't really have the push that I had when I was a lot younger. But yeah. guess I'll show you guys this. I figured, why not? We'll just go over it. This was like my very first series doing anything. So I'll just grab the camera and show you guys. Alright guys, I got the camera thing switched over. So yeah, this was my very first comic that I ever did. And I wonder if I can just set this up like that. Nah, it's not gonna work. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to hold it, but yeah, this was my old stuff. This used to be my old format for comics. It's really, really bad. I think eventually I put in those little numbers up top to show you which one you were supposed to read next. But yeah, it's pretty complicated. Basically, I guess, yeah, for some reason I always had someone die at the beginning for some odd reason, and I have no idea what that is. I think it's crayon. Yeah, his mother dies while he was born. His father fought someone, but his father gave his own life. And then he had a son, which is that guy right there. And then, yeah, basically, his father's enemy, the one who killed himself, his son wants to kill his son. Basically, he's the one who died. That was the bad guy. That's his son. Here's the good guy. That's his son. He wants to kill him because of his father letting his father die. That's confusing. But yeah, his mother died from birth. He discovered he had powers because of his father's genetics. You know, typical superhero stuff, and he had to continue a legacy. Blah 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 blah. Hence the name, the Flaming Legacy. So he wakes up, realizes he has powers, and then all of a sudden it's like 3 years later, and there's the bad guy saying that he wants to avenge his father. So he turns this poor innocent man into a horrible looking beast called Deathhawk, and I don't even know why I called him that. Oh, his name was Sean because that was actually based off the ninja thing that I was talking about earlier. But he becomes a secret weapon, and yeah, it's pretty cliche. And then he wakes up wondering where his dad is. His dad comes in and he says he had a vision about 3 miles away, which is very inconvenient because why would you just randomly go to sleep and then dream about your worst villain killing someone? But superhero stuff, you know how it is. So then he tells him that he had powers and that it went to his son, which I don't think you really want to tell your son. And just like, hey, guess what? You're a superhero. But he says, yeah, this was my old mask. Maybe you can get it when you're powerful enough. So he gives him a lower class one. And then I guess he fixes it up and he makes that, which was my like most iconic mask that I've ever made. I don't know why, but that's just the mask I've always used, even when I made reboots. So, yeah, he wants to learn his powers. So he's learning his powers, and then he can't do it, so then he ends up getting it. And then he's like, whoa, yeah, woohooey. And then a few months later, he goes, I'm gonna dye my hair blonde. And then he goes, yeah. Wait a minute. Why did he dye his hair blonde? I don't even know why. Okay, well, I guess he looks for his dad, and his dad gets captured because the villain breaks in. And then the villain sends in this weird looking guy. He was like a Frankenstein type thing. Okay, so yeah, he captures his father. And I forgot who that was from, but it was from somebody that let me use it, so I used them in the it was Josiah. My friend Josiah made that in an old comic, and he said that I could use it because it was in his original comic called The Flaming Chronicles. And so he says he ruined his life because of his father. And then Cody comes in, smashes through the wall, ends up hitting a button, releasing a giant crocodile-looking dinosaur. Which is what led to the second one. I think right now we're at like 8 minutes or something in the video, so. Yeah, the whole story gets confusing, but if you guys want to, I'll actually like slow down and stuff, and I'll actually read through the whole thing. if you guys want to hear the story of it, and I'll try to explain it better instead of just flying through it like I did for this one. Maybe we'll go back through it. We'll go through each box and explain why I did it that way and why it came out that way. But yeah, I was gonna do some drawing stuff because I figured why not, and I would show you guys some of my cool drawing stuff. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I figured for what I want to draw is I guess I just want to focus on that comic that I read because it's like my most favorite. So I was wanting to show you guys what the how much I've changed from that comic to now. So I was wanting to show you guys how much I've changed that story. Well, not the story, but the character. So I figured I would just show you guys what he used to look like, and then show you guys how long I've been doing this to change it. So yeah, when I first made this, it was pretty simple. I didn't really take much time into it because it was stick figure. And well, the reason why I did stick figure is because I wanted to stay at the same pace as my friend Josiah. That, and at the time, sorry, I had to scratch my eye. At the time, I didn't really know how to draw bodies and other types of stuff because I was still at the stick figure stage, I guess I would say, where I didn't know anything else besides stick figure. Like, well, even now, if I draw a stick figure, I can draw it even like way better now. But yeah, I didn't know much other ways to draw at the time, and yeah, I'm just really concentrated on this. But yeah, I was really just stuck at this stage because I didn't know what to do until like later in like a different school. I met another guy who taught me how to draw bodies. So yeah, this was the original drawing format that I used to do for that whole comic was stick figure, and then sometimes I would give him a body. Well, my way of body in that comic book would have been like this: draw a circle. I guess that was supposed to be like pads or something. I don't know. That's what I drew on him, and when he had his armor or something. But yeah, this was the old way. Now I'm going to show you guys how I think I see him now in the way I draw. So here we go. I'm going to draw the new version. Alright guys, so that is the way that that's the way I think of him now when I see how much I've grown from this to this. The new Cody Hutcherson. Now, for a long time, I actually I didn't know there was a real person with the name Hutcherson. His name's Josh Hutcherson, and I think he's played in a lot of kid movies that everyone knew. So he actually had a cousin named Josh Hutcherson, and then I realized that there was an actual actor named Josh Hutcherson. So it kind of felt awkward. So I don't really like mention his family, his other family members besides his father much, but because I don't want anyone to be like, hey, well, that's my name, so I don't really use it unless I change it, unless I find a new name for his cousin or something. But yeah, this is the new way that I draw when I do stuff now, which is it's pretty fun to do. It's all right. And then yeah, that was the old way. So I've made like a huge improvement from then. And actually, I'll even draw the mask that I was talking about. I still remember it like as if it was yesterday. So let's just go like that. Go like this. Go like that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, never mind. That's wrong. This is... Now I remember. It goes like that. Yeah, that's right. There we go. You gotta go like this. Gotta have those little lines in there. This part was all black. And this part was all black. And then this is just like that. Just little cruisers. I guess the reason why there's these gray things on the side, I guess it's supposed to like shade when I was a lot younger at the time, because I didn't really know how to shade until then, or like until now. So that was my way of shading, was just adding gray squiggly parts to certain stuff. But yeah, that was the original mask that I made all the way back then. And I still use it once in a while if I draw, which is very on a rare occasion. But yeah, here's just a better close-up of the drawing in my old one. Yeah, so yeah, I've come a long way. I've basically taught myself how to do all this because I've been drawing since I was like 7. So I've had a lot of time to improve and get better at my drawing skills. But I was actually thinking, like, when I first started this channel and we was doing that look back at the channel when I was talking about my drawing skills, I was thinking if heck, I could show you guys how I improved on my drawing skills for people that want to, like, if you're down here too and you want to be like this. Or this may not be the best thing you've seen, but it's still really good if you're like right here and you want to draw something like this. If you guys want, I can show you guys how I learned and how I did it. And that's if you guys are interested. For people that like to draw and you want to, improve your drawing style a bit, I can probably show you guys a couple stuff. But yeah, so let's actually do something else. Okay, so I wanted to draw the villain of the series if he was now, so I figured that would be something pretty cool we could do. So let me just draw the original version of him. So actually right now I'm looking through the phone to draw, so it's kind of like really, really hard to do because alright, I'm just gonna look over. Alright. Let me just go like this. There we go. So yeah, this was my like very standard skull format. In fact, I think I used it for a lot of stuff. So yep, there's your standard Dr. Z villain that I used to do. Now, let's revamp him into something brand new. So if he was new, I would probably do something along the lines. So I know we need to add some really, really good detail. Yeah, it's really hard to hold this phone, by the way. So for anyone watching, yeah, if it's really hard to see, yeah, it's really hard. So I don't really think that's much of a difference, but yeah, it's a lot harder when you're just drawing a skull for a head and stuff. But yeah, I figured we might as well give him the usual villain gear, because why not? You gotta give him that evil coat, because every villain has an evil coat, don't they? For some apparent reason. There we go. And let's add in this evil body. So, how would a villain look? Sometimes I just wing it when I'm drawing stuff just to see what would come out better. And I think that's one reason why I get confused when I look at my comic stuff, because I keep changing them to something different. And that might be why I keep wanting not to draw, because I keep forgetting what they look like. Which is not a good thing. I think because I want it to always look better than what it did before. And that's basically my problem, is I keep trying to get better and make it look better and better each time. But sometimes you just gotta stick with what you got. Which is something I don't even really do myself. Which I need to start doing more. But yeah, if I could do this a lot more and more precisely, I definitely would. Yeah. So let's give him an evil. Well, let's give him like a Punisher looking thing. Yeah, just because. Because why not? Why not? It fits perfectly. Yeah, we'll give him a good vest. Give him a dark jacket. Because you can't be a villain with a light jacket. You gotta have a dark jacket, to hide when you're in the shadows. What am I talking about? I don't even know what superhero villain stuff does. Here's our villain, Dr. Z, if he was revamped. Pretty generic, I'd say, but it's better. I haven't really really drawn Dr. Z any other different way besides just giving him like a suit and tie or something, because, well, I'm pretty sure you guys know other Skull people who do the same thing, so. But this is not, I don't really, I kind of like this, actually, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. I actually like it. It's actually really good. Alright, yeah. Alright, well, I guess I'm just going to stop here in a video so far. This was basically just me going over some old stuff, and I got like a whole bunch of different series that I did, and collaborations too. Like there's one called The Legend of the Seeker where I did it with a friend, Justin Walker. He was the originator of the Legend of the Seeker, and he did a very good job. In fact, that's while I was still near the Stickman stage, and he actually made really, really good improvements on how he did them. So it was really, really good, and yeah, they were really good. I don't know what else to say. He's a really good artist, because he taught me a little bit of enhancements to the stick figure stuff, like the eyes and stuff. I guess I'll just do that real fast. Like, he would draw his eyes a little bit realistically. Yeah, basically, yeah, we were pretty standard back then, so we didn't really have much to go off of. Yeah, this was pretty much stuff that we drew into as we were starting, as he started out The Legend of the Seeker, in which we finally did a little bit of improvements on. So that's what I was at, and then he helped me get to here, which is a little bit more of an improvement from over there. So if you guys want to know, if you guys want to draw those eyes, that's pretty good. And then if you want to add a nose, you can just add a little dash mark like that, and then you get yourself a nose. But yeah, it's really not that hard, but it can be hard. Alright guys, I guess that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a brand new video, if you guys even enjoyed the video. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people wanted to see gaming and stuff, but if you guys really want to see more drawing stuff, I can teach you guys some skills that I learned how to get out from the stickman stage to a little bit better, and then probably work your way up to what we did in the video, where it looked really, it looked more modern drawing like. So yeah, let me know if you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.